Hi guys, welcome to today's class. Today we'll be looking at Likely IGCSE Mathematics Questions. Our first question says, CDE is a straight line, so we are asked to find angle ADE. So we are looking for this angle. Now, in order to get the angle ADE, we have a diagram this way. This is CDE and BA. Okay, so since we are looking for this angle X, and angle this is 56, angle B is 104, and angle A is 71. Now, recognizing that ABCD is a quadrilateral, and sum of angles in a quadrilateral equals 360. Okay, so that means angle ABCD, let's call this Y, should give us 360. So we have 360 equals 71 plus 104 plus 56 plus Y. Okay, now we have 71 plus 104 plus 56 giving us 231 plus Y. Okay, so Y would be 360 minus 231. So 360 minus 231 will give us the value of Y to be 129 degrees. So our Y is 129 degrees. But Y plus X equals 180 degrees. Our reason is angle on a straight line. Okay, now knowing the value of Y to be 129, this will be 129 plus X equals 180 degrees. So therefore, X equals 180 minus 129. Okay, so 180 minus 129 leaves us with 51 degrees. So the value of X, which is our ADE, would be 51 degrees. A train's journey starts at 21:43 p.m. It takes 8 hours 32 minutes. Find the time the journey finishes. Now, let's say our start time is 21:43. Time taken is 8 hours 32 minutes. Now we are looking for the time the journey ends. Now to find the time the journey ends, let's look at this is something as, okay, 21 plus 8 would give us, since both are in hours, 21 plus 8 would give us 29 hours. Okay, and 43 plus 32 in minutes would give us 75 minutes. And 75 minutes can be broken down to be 1 hour, 15 minutes. Okay, so if we add 15 minutes, 1 hour to this, we're having this to be 30 hours. Okay, so now let's calculate our timing from here. So if we have 21 hours, and 21 is 9 o'clock, okay, now since we have 21 as 9 o'clock, counting 8 hours, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would give us 8 hours at 5 o'clock. Now, since we are looking at an extra 1 hour from the 32 minutes joining this. This gives us 6. The end time will be 6:15. Our end time will be 6:15 a.m. Since this is 21 hours, that is something as 9:43 p.m. Okay, adding 8 hours to 9:43, 10, 11, 12 in the morning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hours bring us to 5 a.m. So 32 minutes added will give us 6:15 a.m. So the journey finishes by 6:15 a.m. Now, from our question, we are asked to find the value of angle A and angle B. Now, in order to find A and B, for A, since these two lines are parallel and we have a transversal cutting it, so angle A makes what we call vertically opposite angles with angle 58. So A equals 58 degrees, reason vertically opposite angles. Okay, now if angle A is vertically opposite of 58, for angle B, we have angle B as 180 minus 58 to give us 122 degrees. Reason being angle on a straight line. Okay, or we can use alternate angles. So because this will also give you angle B, 180 minus this will give you angle B. So we can use alternate angles, or we use angles on a straight line. By writing each number in the calculation correct to one significant figure, work out an estimate for the value of 6.7 times 2.1, 6.7 times 2.1, all over 18 minus 5.9. Now, since we are asked to correct to one significant figure, this becomes 7 times 2 all over 18 minus 6. Now, 7 times 2 would give us 14. 18 minus 6 will give us 12. Okay, now 2 here will give us 7. 2 here will give us 6. So with this, we are having it as an answer 7 over 6. Eric has 4 colors of paint. The table shows the probability that he uses each color. Now, our question is find the value of X. And so we're asked to find the probability that he uses a yellow color. Now, probability for red is 0.3. That is something as 1 over 3. Probability for yellow is 0.35. Probability for green is 0.13, and probability for yellow equals X. Now, for us to find the probability of yellow, we are meant to understand that our total probability should be equals to 1. Okay, so probability of red plus probability of green plus probability of blue plus probability of yellow. Sorry, this should be blue. Okay, equals 1. So probability of red is 0.3 plus probability of blue 0.35 plus 0.13 plus x equals 1. So 0.3 plus 0.35 plus 0.13. Okay, that gives us 0.78 plus x equals 1. So x equals 1 minus 0.78. 1 minus 0.78 gives us 0.22. So the probability of yellow would be 0.22. Calculate the volume of the sphere with diameter 4.8. Now we are given diameter as 4.8 centimeters. And the formula for calculating the volume of sphere is given as 4 over 3. That should be pi r cubed. Okay? Now, where our diameter is given as 4.8. So, for us to find our radius we know is diameter over 2, which is 4.8 divided by 2, which gives us 2.4. So our radius will be 2.4 centimeters. So now, applying our formula here, which says 4 over 3 pi r cubed, okay, we have it as volume equals 4 over 3 times pi times r, which is 2.4 cubed. So this we have as 2.4 cubed (18.432 pi) as our answer. That will be the volume of the sphere. The scale of a map is 1:125,000 meters. On the map, the length of an island is 9.4 centimeters. Now we are asked to calculate the length of the island, giving your answers in kilometers. Okay, so we have 1 centimeter is to 125,000 meters. Okay, 1 centimeter on paper equals 125,000 meters on ground. So for 9.4 centimeters would be 9.4 times 125,000, which gives us 125,000 times 9.4 would give us 1,175,000 meters. Now, this is the distance in meters, and we're asked to put our answers, to give our answers in kilometers. So we know that 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. So for 1,175,000, okay, would be 1,175,000 divided by 1,000. So this leaves us with 1,175 kilometers. So the distance of the length of the island in kilometers would be 1,175 kilometers. The nth term of a sequence is 10 minus n raised to power 2. We are asked to write down the first 3 terms of this sequence. Alright guys, if you've enjoyed our lecture so far, don't forget to subscribe and share this link with your friends. Now back to our question. It says we should find our first 3 terms of this sequence. Now when n equals 1, alright, so where we have n, we'll substitute 1. This becomes 10 minus 1 squared, and 10 minus 1 squared is 1, so this will become 10 minus 1 to give us 9. So the first term of the sequence would be 9. Now, so when n equals 2, that is our second term, we have it as 10 minus 2 squared, which is 10 minus 4, which gives us 6. So the second term is 6. And when n equals 3, we have it as 10 minus 3 squared, which is 10 minus 9, which gives us 1. So the third term is 1. So the first 3 terms of our sequence would be 9, 6, and 1. So this forms the first 3 terms of our sequence. Now to the next question, it says, these are the first 4 terms of another sequence where we have 7, 10, 13, and 16 as the first 4 terms of this sequence. It says, find an expression for the nth term of this sequence. Now, in order to find the expression for the nth term of this sequence, first, we need to understand what's the common difference in our sequence, and we would also apply the general formula for finding sequence. And the general formula for finding our sequence is a Tn equals a plus n minus 1d. Now, where a is the first term of any sequence that you've been given, now in this case, our a is 7, and n is the number of terms that you're looking for, and d is the common difference. So how do we get our common difference? We simply get our common difference by having our second term t2 minus t1 or t3 minus t2. In this case, t2 is our 10, our second term is the 10, and our first term is 7. So 10 minus 7 would give us 3. 13 minus 10 would give us 3. 16 minus 10 would give us 3. So you can see there's a common difference among them of 3. So our D would be 3. Now substituting these values into this equation, Tn would be A is 7 plus n minus 1, and the common difference is 3. Now opening up this bracket, 3 times n would give us 3n plus minus 3 times 1, 3. So now we have this as 7 plus 3n minus 3. So collecting like terms, this becomes 7 minus 3 gives us 4 plus 3n. So the nth term, the expression for the nth term of this sequence would be 4 plus 3n. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. So we have ABC similar to DEF. All right. It says calculate the value of H. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. It says calculate the value of H. Now, in order to find the value of H, we will say AC over BC equals AC over BC equals DF all over EF. Okay, AC is similar to DF and BC is similar to EF. Now the value of AC is 5.6 all over 7.2 equals DF is H all over 8.1. So here we simply cross multiply, giving us 7.2H equals 5.6 times 8.1. So H would be 5.6 times 8.1 all over 7.2. So the value of H would be 5.6 times 8.1 divided by 7.2. So our value of h will be 6.3 centimeters. So h is 6.3 centimeters. Without using a calculator, work out two whole number 1/7 divided by 5/9. Now, first off, we'll change our mixed number into an improper fraction. And in doing that, we are having 2 times 7 to be 14, 2 times 7 plus 1 all over 7. This gives us 15/7. Okay? Now, this will be 15/7 divided by 5/9. We can turn this division to multiplication by having the inverse of this. So we have it as 15/7 times 9/5. Okay, 5 here, 1. 5 into 15, 3. This we have as 3 times 9/7. 3 times 9 would give us 27/7. Now 7 into 27 would give us 3 whole number. 7 times 3, 21. 27 minus 21 will give us 6/7. So in the simplest form, we have it as 3 whole number, 6/7. P, Q, R, and S are points on the circle, and TQU is a tangent to the circle at point Q. PR and SQ intersect at the center of the circle O, and PQ is parallel to SR. Now, angle RQU equals 42 degrees. Now, we are asked to calculate angle QSR. So we are looking for this angle, and angle PQS. PQS, we are also looking for this angle with angle POS. POS. So we are looking for this angle. All right, let's take it one at a time. First of all, looking for angle QSR. All right, now we have a circle this way. So this is the center of circle O, and this is P, this is S, this is parallel to this, and we have Q, T, U. So this external angle here is 42 degrees, and we have our R. Now, okay, looking at a triangle, looking at triangle PRQ, looking at triangle PRQ that forms an external point here, in our mathematical theorem, where we have that your external angle is equal to your opposite internal angle. Why? Reason being that if you have a triangle this way, okay, this external angle here, x, is equal to the opposite internal angle. Now, this simply because this angle here, we have x, let's call this y, x plus y equals 180 degrees, angles on a straight line, and we know that this b plus a plus c, a plus b plus c equals 180 degrees. Okay, so if we have angle b plus a, b plus a equals 180, sorry, c, angle c equals 180 minus b plus a. Okay, angle c equals 180 minus b plus a. So if we have these two angles, they are going to give us same angle as our opposite internal angle. So our angle P here forms 42 degrees, following our law that says that our external angle equals sum of interior opposite angle. So if angle P is 42, we can now say that QSR angle QSR equals 42 degrees. What's our reason? Reasons angles in same segment. Okay, following our chord QR, angle P and angle S are in same segment. So this becomes 42 degrees. Okay, next we are asked to find angle PQS. Okay, finding angle PQS, we know that angle, any line that cuts through our diameter that forms an angle at the circumference of a circle makes 90 degrees. That means angle Q, total angle in angle Q here is 90 degrees because this line forms this angle at 90 degrees. At a circumference at Q, 90 degrees. So now, bearing in mind that this is 90 degrees, okay, we have this angle as 42 plus 90, we can find this angle, okay? If we can have this angle, this is 42 plus 90 for triangle PQR. From triangle PQR, we have it as 42 plus 90 plus x equals 180, okay? So our x becomes 180 minus 90 minus 42. So x gives us 48 degrees. So here it will be 48 degrees. And this is also 42 degrees. So we can use our formula to find this to be what? 42 degrees. Reason being base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. Since we are told that this is the center of the circle, that means this OP and OQ forms our radius. So having OP equals OQ, which is radius, all right? So angle POQ forms isosceles triangle. So having the base angles, we have PQS as 42 degrees. Base angles of isosceles triangle. Okay, now having found PQS as 42 degrees, all right, now we can find angle POS. Okay, now applying our law, angle on the straight line equals 180. Okay, since we have these two angles as 42 degrees, our middle angle here will become 180 minus 42 plus 42 will give us 84. 84 making 96 degrees. So angle POS equals 180 minus 96 degrees, which gives us 84 degrees. Reason, angle on a straight line. Okay, so with this, we found our angle QSR to be 42 degrees, then angle PQS to be 42 degrees, and angle POS to be 84 degrees. Aya invest 6,000 in an account that pays a compound interest at a rate of R% per year. At the end of 8 years, the account has earned 621.7 in interest. Calculate the value of R. Now, for our compound interest, we have amount equals principal, bracket open, 1 plus rate over 100 all raised to the time t. Okay, where amount is principal plus interest, all right, and our principal here is 6,000 and interest is 621.7, which gives us 6621.7 as our amount. Okay, and principal is 6,000. Our rate unknown and time is 8 years. All right, now imputing these data into this formula, our amount will be 6621.7 equals principal 6,000 bracket 1 plus r over 100 raised to power 8. All right, opening up this bracket, we have 6621.7 equals 6,000 brackets LCM will be 100 all over 100 plus r raised to power 8. Okay, so from here we can clear this bracket as 6. Okay, first off, we can divide this both sides. 6621.7 divided by 6,000, since this is multiplying here, over 6,000 equals 100 plus r over 100 all raised to power 8. Okay, so 621.7 divided by 6,000 gives us 1.1036 equals 100 plus r over 100 raised to power 8. So if we take cube root, 8th root of both sides, this will be the 8th root of 1.1036 equals 100 plus r over 100. Okay, so the 8th root of 8th root of 1.1036 gives us 1.0124 equals 100 plus r over 100. So multiplying through by 100 times 100 gives us 101.24 equals 100 plus r. So our r will be 101.24 minus 100. Okay, r will be minus 100 gives us 1.24%. So the rate at which it compounded that gives us 1.24%. Y is directly proportional to the square of x plus 3. Now we have y directly proportional to x plus 3. Okay, when y is 2, x, so this is y equals k x plus 3. So for us to find the value of k, when y is 5, 5 equals k bracket x 2 plus 3. And 2 plus 3 gives us 5. 5 equals k 5. So k equals 5 over 5, which is 1. So when find y when x is 1. So if we have y equals 1 bracket x plus 3, so our y equals 1 bracket 1 plus 3, which is y equals 1 times 4, which gives us 4. So the value of y is 4. Alright guys, with this, we've come to the end of today's class. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this link with your friends. See you in our next class.
Hi, I'm sure you enjoyed the content you just watched. To see more episodes as that, preparing you for your oncoming exams, smash the subscribe button on this channel right now and visit the playlist that we've made for you, covering over 50 types of different exams, including JAMB, WAEC, Kakao,